you've spoken about the advertiser's perspective. The India Today Group is marking its 50th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And we are here at the National Stock Exchange. So I have to ask you this. Thank you very much. I have to ask you this question from the perspective of a publisher, a couple really. So while advertising is growing, what we are seeing is that big tech and sort of non-transparent algorithms are sucking away that advertising. And content strategies are therefore also, especially in the digital world, following that. But what about traditional publishers who put in sweat and blood, hundreds and thousands of people who want to create good content, not top-down really, but credible content? How do they adapt to the shift? What would you say as one of the biggest names in the advertising fraternity?
So I think it's been spoken about before as well. I think content is still king. And how you reach the consumer is what is really changing. Just like I gave an example of how marketers or brand builders have to change their tactics to reach the consumers, and the old way is not working. Similarly, content creators, news creators, they need to change the way they are reaching the consumers. And, just sticking to a format possibly is not going to work. Now, interestingly, I want to quote a study here. Like last year, we'd done a study on Gen Z. Obviously, everybody wants to decode them, so we did our own bit on the Gen Z decoding. And
okay, can I interject? We are going to soon come out with a Gen Z survey. I'll leave it for then. Go ahead, please.
Right. So one of the very interesting things that came out from that, and it really took me by surprise. I'm, of course, of that vintage where I believe that, I believe that news titles, the credibility of news and everything is dependent on the titles. And, we don't believe any news which is coming here and there and whatever. And I thought that is how the world would be. And that is how, very surprisingly, what came out in the Gen Z report is that the first port of call for news, okay, there are no surprises there, is the social feeds. But it is not only their first port of call, it is also what they trust. So I digged a bit deeper in that as to why is it so. And what came out over there really is that the reason they trust that a lot is because they believe that, firstly, it's open to the world. They sort of go through the whole sort of whatever is the news. And then they possibly, spend same amount of time, even all the comments which are there below. And so they make their own sort of impressions basis those comments as well. A lot of them believe that news which is being served to them on platform or on known titles or known could very well be influenced either by business or by economics or by politics or by various sort of interests. And hence they believe that if they are reading it in an open platform where people are free to comment, they go through the comments and make their own opinions. So, I mean, basically we will have to keep a pulse on the, finger on the pulse of the consumer and figure a way to crack that.